If there's one thing I've learned, it's that most people love new construction. And with Fort Worth being one of the busiest cities in the U.S. for new construction, there's so many options to choose from. Which one do you pick? How do you know? And today I want to share my favorite new developments, homes that have already been built, and then some new construction areas that are going to come online later in the year. If you're new to the channel, my name is Sean Bone, and over the last few years, I've visited almost every new construction community in North Texas, from Burleson to Frisco, Prosper, Justin, Texas, Westlake, Southlake, Flower Mound, you name it. The first area that we're going to talk about is Westlake, Texas, which is right next to Southlake. It's next to Trophy Club. It's just around the corner from Grapevine. It sits right off of 114. Now, you're about 30 minutes from downtown Dallas. You're also about 30 minutes from downtown Fort Worth. And you're really situated at one of the best spots to be, which is like 15 minutes from DFW Airport, which if you like to travel, it's super easy to get to. 114 was expanded about 10 years ago, and the highway, well, we all suffered through the construction when it was under construction, but now that it's open, it's one of the best stretches of highway in North Texas. So getting to the airport, definitely much easier than it used to be. Now, Texas definitely has some congestion and some pain points, but part of that is due to the growth that I mentioned earlier, where we've seen, I'm pretty sure the number I saw was that as of May of this year, Fort Worth toppled, which Westlake is a suburb of Fort Worth, but Fort Worth toppled over 1 million people. So we definitely have expanded, but there's still more expansion underway with freeways. But Highway 114, this is where you're going to find Westlake. And again, it's one of the most exclusive, sought after areas. And the next neighborhood that I want to highlight is Entrada. Now, Entrada, when you're walking through Entrada, it's like walking through a small European Spanish village. This is a master plan community mixed with mixed use development. So you've got some shopping, you've got some restaurants, you've got pharmacy. This is new construction, master planned, and these are true custom home builders. You're not going to see the production home builders in Entrada or pretty much anywhere in Westlake. So the benefit there is you're getting the top quality that you can get in a custom home. So builders in Entrada, you're going to see Heritage Homes, Osborne Custom Homes, Atwood, Calais, Beckett, Graham Luxury. These are all local Texas builders. They're not national builders, but you're getting quality. Attention to detail does not go missed in these scenarios. And at this price point, you want people to pay attention to details, and you want it to be engineered well. You want it to be built well. You want it to last. You want the money that you're putting into it to be a good investment. I'm telling you, all of these builders are top notch. You can look at their reviews, and we'll have a link for each of the builders down below in the description. The next area that I want to talk about is the Knolls. And the Knolls at Solana, it's located in Westlake again. It touches the southern border of Southlake, but the Knolls it's 62 acres. It's the largest development right now in Westlake. 40 of those acres, this is the remarkable thing with this development, they really wanted to keep the natural feel of Westlake. So when you see Westlake, it's obvious that this used to be the country. And one of the features that you'll see in a lot of the outdoor living spaces, as I mentioned, is automated screens. So with the touch of a button, the screens come down and you're outside, but you're keeping the critters out. And you're going to see some critters. I mean, that's just the reality of it. But the price point for, let me back up. So Entrada, you're looking at about 1.6 million on the low side, and it goes up from there to over 4 million. And in the Knolls, it's the starting price point's a little higher. It's about 3 million and up. And it's kind of the sky's the limit because you got some very large lots. Heritage Homes has a property under construction right now. It's going to get close to 7,000 square feet. And this is a builder that's been building in North Texas for almost 40 years, and they've got a great reputation. So one of their achievements is they're super proud of this, and they should be, is that 90% of their business comes from their client referral base, and it's mostly word of mouth. That's a powerful thing to say as a business, is that you're doing such a good job that people are referring you, and that's the majority of where your business comes from. And you see it when you walk through the house. The quality is definitely there. Up next in the luxury lineup is Treeline by Hillwood Communities, which is located in the city of Justin, Texas. Justin, Texas is about 10 minutes west of Westlake and about 45 minutes northwest of downtown Fort Worth. The exciting thing with Justin is that it's right next to the Alliance Corridor, which, if you're not aware, this is the Mecca business hub of North Texas for new businesses, for businesses that are relocating, and that's right. So not only do we have families who are relocating from out of state, we've got, and for 2 decades or more, we've had businesses that have been attracted to North Texas because it's cost effective for them to set up shop here. And so you'll see major corporations like Charles Schwab, the Ameritrade, who I think bought out Charles Schwab, but we've got one of the largest major job and employment hubs just in Alliance alone, which is just south. It butts right up against the southern border of Justin, Texas. It makes sense why people are moving to Justin, Texas, and why new construction in that area and in the Treeline development by Hillwood, that area is going to cover over 800 acres. And I think they're saying like 2,700 homes are planned for that Alliance area just in the next couple of years. So you're going to see quite a few homes being built, but this is a master planned subdivision, luxury living. It's a short commute if you're working in that Alliance Corridor area. I mean, it's just minutes down the road, but I got to look at my list because there's quite a few builders on here. So you got American Legend, Beazer, David Weekley, Highland Homes, History Maker. There's a few more on them. I'm not going to go through all of them because there's a lot, but the starting price point is about $400,000, and it goes up to 1.2, maybe even 2 million for the premium David Weekley and American Legend homes. So you're going to see a wide range. So you're going to have pretty close to starter home prices. I wouldn't necessarily call $400,000 first time buyer or starter home prices, but you can see there's a wide range. There's going to be a variety and almost a price point for just about every buyer that's interested in living in that area and being close to Alliance, if it's a job relocation that's bringing you to North Texas. So, you've got amenities, and, this is an area that is designed for outdoor living, not just outdoor living, but people that are active, people that want to get outside, they want to meet their neighbors, tons of trails to walk through the neighborhood, places to gather. They've got, several different HOA amenity centers where you can reserve and host a party, or they're going to do their annual parties and cookouts, 4th of July and that kind of thing. So this is one of those areas that you need to pay attention to, because the builders, they're offering deals. This is the time to buy because they've got property, inventory's grown, interest rates are a little bit down right now too. So you're going to see some interesting things happen in the coming months. So Treeline is definitely an area that you want to pay attention to, especially if your job is relocating you to the Westlake area. And if Westlake is out of your price point, Treeline might be the next best thing. So, it's always good to look at these new areas that are coming in. And I love new construction. Every home, just a quick side note, every home that I've purchased has been a new construction home. And the one regret that I have is that I didn't keep the first 2, because they would have been paid off by now and they would be great rental properties. So take my advice. Something else that you may want to consider too is that if you're leaving a property behind, or if you're considering selling it, you may want to hang on to it as a rental, but that's something we can help you with as well. There's another thing I'd like to mention about Justin, Texas, and this is just kind of a side note on the financing side. Justin, Texas is a unique area for the DFW Metroplex because most of the Dallas-Fort Worth area does not qualify for special financing through USDA. USDA is a 100% loan, no money down. You still have to have money for closing costs, but Justin qualifies for USDA financing. So you can use that program with new construction, and with some of the incentives being offered right now, I've seen some families come in, buy brand new construction in Justin, Texas for under $325,000 and spend less than $3,000 at closing. So if you're interested in that, or if you want the full list of new construction areas that my team and I have put together, there's a link in the description of the video. Be sure to click that and we'd be happy to send you the list of new construction homes in North Fort Worth. So, it's fun to talk about the high-priced homes, but we love helping clients from all categories and all walks of life. I'd like to just bring it down to earth a little bit. We started out in Westlake at almost $8 million, but let's be real. The majority of people buying houses right now, by far, are first-time home buyers, or maybe it's the move-up buyers. So I want to talk about, the 400 to 750 range. And this category is closer to the medium price point for North Texas. There's new developments throughout Fort Worth, and we're going to talk about another one that's real close to Justin. It's Northlake. It's a little bit south, a little closer to the freeway, a little more accessible than Justin. Justin's a little bit off the beaten path, which isn't a bad thing, and it's got its great features. But Pecan Square is the next area that I want to talk about, and Pecan Square is in Northlake. And Northlake, again, it's a little closer to the freeway, so you get a little bit quicker commute to downtown Fort Worth. Pecan Square actually has its own post office. They've got a fitness barn. They also host community events. And what you'll see is the community is structured for people that commute, but also they've got amenities for people who work from home. So they've actually have some shared space where you can go in, take your laptop, you want to work for the day in one of the community shared spaces, you can. And the house sizes are going to range somewhere between 1,800 and about 3,500 square feet, ranging in price from about 400 to 650, I think is where they top out. And then you're looking at most of the houses that are being built in Pecan Square are 3 to 4 bedroom, 2 to 3 bath, 2-car garage, but there are some of the larger floor plans that have 3-car garage. So just about something for everybody. And again, this is David Weekley, Coventry, Highland Homes, and each of them bring something a little bit different to the table, which I love. But this is, again, it's one of those communities. Pecan Square is one where it's designed for active lifestyles. So people that like to get outdoors, walk the neighborhood, meet the neighbors, go to the events. So it's a great community, wonderful price point. You're going to see a lot of first-time buyers. You're going to see a lot of people buying their second home coming into Pecan Square.